Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Red Dead, the show where three friends sit around and talk about Red Dead. Marcello here with Nathaniel and Patrick.
Hey guys.
Hiya.
And today we're going to be talking about the topic of first person in the next Red Dead and what we think about that. So what do you guys have to say about that?
Well, personally, I don't know. I think the first thing we need to discuss is, do we think it's going to be in the next Red Dead? Because obviously they added it in for the next gen port of Grand Theft Auto 5. So does that just mean, like, from now on, the Rockstar games are going to have to stick to that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that people would probably be kind of mad if the next Rockstar game came without it.
That's the other thing. Was first person that well received overall? Like, of course, everyone loved the concept. Everyone loved it. Made a lot of people buy the port, I'm sure, but no one does. Leave in the comments, do you guys actually use first person?
To answer that, I don't.
Oh, interesting.
Honestly, I love it. I think it's cool.
You love it?
But I think the only reason they added it was to get people to buy the game on their new console. Because they needed a new thing for people to,
I guess, maybe
buy it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think that was a big selling point for them. But if I would rather see them work more on making either like a bigger map or on first person, I'd rather see a bigger map, because if you have third person or first person to choose from, I would always choose third person.
Right.
100% of the time.
And here's what I think, and I just realized, I did like first person a little bit, but I don't use it that often, and I don't think it's that big of a deal to have it or not. It's obviously not game changing like people might have thought it would be.
Which on paper it seems like it would be.
Yeah, because the gameplay is still the same kind of clunky Grand Theft Auto. You're tapping X to run.
So it's just like doesn't really automatically turn into like a Call of Duty first person shooter.
So that's true. And then think about this. It doesn't really, especially on console. I know on PC it's a little bit better, but like driving and shooting,
it's a whole nother story on PC.
Driving and shooting is really hard, and first person doesn't really help that.
I think really the thing that's hard about driving and shooting for me is like the peripheral vision and stuff. There's not a big vision.
I mean, of course, there's a huge amount of screen that's being blocked by car parts.
And then the fact that you're like looking straight forward instead of having all that, peripheral vision. But what I was trying to get to is I think Red Dead with horse, like I think a lot of the game is like riding on a horse.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
And then like imagine just like having like a revolver in your hand, trying to ride on a horse and shoot first person.
No, I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I don't know. There's something like really immersive about in GTA when you go into first person, when you want to do the whole like slowly walk around and look at the buildings and everything.
Yeah, but how often do you even do that, right?
Not often at all, but it's just there's something that is really cool about that. Mm-hmm. And it would be really cool for Red Dead, especially with the next gen, to be able to do that. But I don't know. I wouldn't play on it with first person. I think
it's too hard with the horse gameplay, because I think riding on horse and shooting is like a lot of the game.
It is a lot of the game.
And then also cover looks kind of weird in your first person. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cover-based shooter.
Maybe if they refined the controls. I don't know. That's the thing about Grand Theft Auto. We're talking a lot about when they did it. Is Grand Theft Auto controls have always been clunky and weird, right?
I think Red Dead's are very similar controls, but I think they just feel better somehow.
For some reason, I don't know if I'm biased, but it feels better.
Yeah.
On Red Dead for whatever reason.
I think that first person may actually work better on Red Dead on like a horse, just because like in a car you have like you're blocked and the sides and stuff, and you feel like you only have like half the screen to look at.
Open up,
but it'll open it up, and you may be able to do it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you would be able to do it, or if they could do something with the sides where you could see a little bit more, sort of make it look 3D.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know why I assumed it would work like way worse with Red Dead than GTA, but I don't know. It could work better in Red Dead. I'm not sure. I think that they're probably not gonna do it though. I think they'll probably just stick to third person.
Yeah, I think another thing with GTA is that GTA is a really fast-paced game. You're going pretty fast in cars. I mean, nobody ever does the speed limit or anything in GTA, but in Red Dead, I mean, a horse can't go that fast.
Right.
So you would have time to look around and stuff without crashing into another car.
Not to mention, like, you're doing the whole thing where you're riding next to people, just matching their speed.
And also the fact that, like, there's no, like, little lamppost that's going to knock you or a car. You
GTA, you have to keep your eyes on the road constantly, and you're always going
Red Dead.
faster
You're just gonna like go off the path a little bit, and you can unless there's like a gigantic rock, and usually
and the like immersive element of it all. I think Red Dead would work better, and
yeah,
that part of me wants to see it happen, but I don't know. Realistically, I wouldn't want them to waste resources working on that when they could be working on other things, but. It'd be cool to see. I don't know. I feel like fans might be expecting it, but
maybe like
that's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Maybe they could do sort of what they did with GTA and do like a DLC or something, or it wasn't a DLC, but like add it on.
They're not going to port it or anything. I don't know.
Add it on.
They're not going to port the game though. Maybe when they port it to PC or something.
It's a separate topic for a separate video.
I think we can all agree it will definitely be third person.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go to first person.
Oh, no.
Obviously. So it's going to be a third person game. Who knows if they'll add first person. But,
that about wraps it up for Talking Red Dead.
Yeah, comment what your opinions and any topics you have for other videos. And we'll see you next time.
I'm Patrick. That's Nady.
And this is Marcello.
No, we could cut that out.
We could.